Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode from JK with the AK. Guys, just before I get into this, the official Genesis Let's Play will start very soon. I've got an episode recorded, but we keep getting wiped, so we're building up slowly. But Ark have announced that this summer there's TLC patch 3 is going to be coming to the live game for all platforms. And I've had a long, hard think about this, and here's 5 dinos that I think need the TLC update. Back in the day they were great, but now they're either not tamed, they're not made to their complete advantage what they can do. And guys, this is very much a video that I want you to sit back and enjoy and listen to this. My opinion. Please do comment down below which dinos you want to be made for the TLC, and please say your comments and add to it what I've suggested. Guys, enjoy the video. Right guys, coming in at number 5 has got to be the Mammoth. Now, the Mammoth is a nice, big, fluffy, cuddly little machine, a wood gathering machine, but it's just so outdated. Even the Ark mobile version has had a TLC on this thing, and I think you can hold water with it. So, straight away, wildcard if you're watching this, please can we have the Mammoth be able to hold water? Then you could go and get a drink off the Mammoth, or the Mammoth can squirt water like a fire hydrant and push people back like you could in the GTA days. Now this is my mind playing with me here, but Mammoth platform saddles, if you made Mammoths bigger and had platform saddles, it would be like the big elephant Mammoths on Lord of the Rings. So you could have proper battle Mammoths, and I'd love that meta in Ark. Battle Mammoths, have them bigger, have a wood reduction weight on them as well. I don't think that's already in the game now. Bigger tusks on them. And so basically, let's just go into bullet points with the Mammoth. First thing, have it hold water and squirt water at people. Second thing, have a big platform saddle on it, maybe a little base or stuff like that. Third thing, make them bigger so they're more big and robust. Fourth thing, wood reduction, so you can actually farm with these things and not get encumbered. And fifth thing, maybe make them a little bit bigger with big tusks. And another thing I think would be cool, never been done before, but as they are in the wild, let them go round in groups. Maybe have an alpha mammoth or a small one or whatever. Babies maybe. I just think the Mammoth needs some love, and a lot of people want the Mammoth TLC, so wildcard, please make it happen. So coming in at number 4, you might think, Jordan, what the hell are you thinking putting this in there? But I just think it's forgotten about tame. It's the Patchy. Now the Patchy wanders around, just sitting about in the South Zone and whatever, alone. And I just think, it needs a TLC. I think it should be made a little bit bigger, because at the moment it looks very weak. I think you should be able to make it faster, because at the moment it runs literally really bad, and I just think it looks silly. You should make it so it has more stamina. It should be able to do a little bit more damage. And if you can turn, if you're charging and you make it so you can turn with it when it's charging, I think it'll be pretty decent. And if you had a stun the enemy like ability on that after running, so I think that'd be quite good. So if you could run for a short distance, that could actually become a decent early tame to help them noobs with base defense. And I also think this should remain a solo creature. I don't think you should have groups of these. That's not necessary to have groups of these. But I do think you should maybe make them a little bit bigger. Definitely make them have more stam and stuff like that. And also, I don't know if this is a thing, but turrets should do less damage to the head. Not that you're going to soak a base with a Patchy, because I think they'll always be a low-level tame. But I just think they need something. So that's number 4. Coming in at number 3 is, it's different because there's a male and a female in this game, and they're very much different. But the female, Megalosaurus. Now, you might think, Jordan, they're great tames, but when was the last time you tamed a female moose? Because I tell you now, I can't think of one. I think they're just a wasted creature. Because you're using all the computer and generating these creatures and generating lag or whatever, you might as well make a use of them. What do they add to the game? Nothing. I think you should keep the ability to make them really fast, maybe even faster. I think they should have a new look, because at the minute they look like a dog with a beard. They should have a new look. I think they should go around in herds like normal deer do in the wild. I think parasaurs, which did get TLC'd, I think they should go around in herds as well. I think the moose should have a detect footsteps, so if you press the analog stick or something on console, you could be able to see like red footprints where the last actual player was running. I think that'd be cool. You could be able to hunt people down. I know deer aren't really a hunting animal, so I can't see that ability coming. That should be for the wolves or something. But if you could actually press the analog stick and see enemy footsteps, where the last like PvP, like the actual last player run, I think they would be tamed every day of the week, because people would have great fun hunting down people. It'd be like cowboys and Indians on a moose. That would be good. I think I don't know if they have a jump, but I think they should have a bigger jump if they haven't got a jump. And I also think they should definitely be in groups, and they should be led by an alpha male moose. And the male mooses should be aggressive, because I know they've got a bleed attack now, and they're bloody OP if you get hit by a good one of them. So if just say you have 4 or 5 female mooses, all TLC'd and led by an alpha one, I think that would be a great addition. It adds a bit more to the wild, and I think that would be very good. That's number 3. Number 2 is the Plesiosaur. Now, these used to be tamed quite regularly back in the day, but they seem to have fell off the beaten track. And I think they should be brought back to life. Now, the Mosasaur should equally be in here as a TLC. People argue that the Giga should as well, but I'm doing the most feasible ones, and I think the Plessy should definitely have a buff. It needs a makeover. I think the looks need a change for a start, because it literally looks like a fat skeleton down there. That needs a change. I think it should be able to track enemies. Again, showing red or even other dinos. I think that would add a little bit of something. But is that enough to make people tame it? I don't think so. You should also give it better agility. So if it could turn on the spot, instantly turn, and that feels really sleek in that, people will tame them for cave runs. They'll tame them to go in the ocean. 100%, if you make that the easiest to control and flush, move and water mount available, they will get tamed a lot. I think you should do it so they can have quite a big capacity on a platform saddle, so you can build a decent base instead of just a little box on them. I also think you should make them so they go solo, so they spawn in ones instead of pairs, because people don't tame them now, so why are they going to want to tame 2 at the same time? And that saves up spawns for these groups of deers we want running around. That's number 2. Number 1 is the most requested dino to be TLC'd in TLC 3, and these are only my predictions and things I think should get TLC'd. I agree that there's about 20 or 30 more creatures that need TLC'd, equally as much as any of these. But I just think these ones particularly need a bit of foundation on them. So the first one is the Megalodon. The Megalodon, it needs changing. I've said it since the start of the game. It's too small. I think you should add... It should be able to track enemies again. It should be able to see wild dinos, tame dinos. It should, I don't know, sense vibrations in the water or something. That could be a little ability. That wouldn't be enough to make people tame them. But sharks are still tamed. If they can track drops, maybe, something like that, people might then think, oh, I like this. They definitely should be made bigger, because the Megalodon in the wild, and it was massive. So, they shouldn't be the size of a Mosa, but they should be getting there. They definitely should be made bigger. And I also think the island ocean, if people are worried about that, maybe even extend that, freshen that up again. Get people playing the island, because that's a hell of a good map. I also think Megalodon should have you should be able to jump out the water with them. And maybe if you jump out the water, they drop whatever in the mouth, or they could be out. They should have a bleed attack on them. They should be able to pick people up and shake and kill them. Brutal, I know, but this would get people excited for this tame again. I think they should be made faster, because at the minute you can make them fast, but they're not naturally fast. And I think they should Also, maybe reduce the spawns. If you make them bigger, reduce the spawns, obviously. Or make them just a solo creature that swims around. Or even make them in little groups that go around. I don't know. They're my 5 suggestions. If I was a betting man, I'd 100% put a bet that the Mammoth will get TLC'd in TLC 3. I think that's pretty much a dead cert. I think Plesiosaur also desperately needs something, because that's also just a forgotten tame, and it's a big tame as well. Like, there's a big creature on the map. Why not update it and get people taming it again? Because let's be honest, Studio Wildcard, your TLCs you've done on 1 and 2 have really, really improved everything. Like, the Parasaur is really good now. Sarko's really good now. Rex looks cool. I wouldn't be surprised if a big tame like the Giga gets TLC. I wouldn't be surprised with that at all. I actually added the female moose, because that's pretty much a dead tame. I added that as number 3, but I did write up that I think the Quetzal also should get TLC'd. But I knew a lot of people would disagree with that. But my tribes never tame Quetzals anymore, because you just get an Argy, pick the Anki out and go do metal runs. Back in the day, Quetzals used to be so OP with bases, and I used to have great fun flying around with them. But yeah, that's my top 5, which I think do need a buff. And hopefully Studio Wildcard, I've not been one of these people who just make a video just saying do this, do that. I've tried to give you some reasons as to why, and hopefully my subscribers are going to comment down below. If you want the devs guys to see this, please comment down below all your ideas and thoughts on what dinos need doing and abilities. And yeah, I think that'll be awesome. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Love you as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.